Hello and welcome to the new video. Today we're looking at Germany's most dangerous airport. We'll delve into its history and simulate what are arguably the most dangerous landings there in Flight Simulator 2024. We head to the north of Germany, to Helgoland-Düne Airport, about 70 kilometers northwest of the German coast. The island of Düne is only about 0.7 square kilometers in size and lies east of the main island of Helgoland. The airport is centrally located on the island, surrounded by sand dunes and the rough sea. But why is it so notoriously difficult? The airport has 3 runways, all very short and built on the sandy, narrow island. The main runway measures just 1,500 feet. The other 2 are even shorter, at only about 800 and 1,300 feet respectively. Extending them is almost impossible because the island is surrounded by sand dunes and the sea. These short runways require precise takeoff and landing techniques. Aircraft must be lightly loaded and pilots are only allowed to fly with special training. The island lies in the middle of the stormy North Sea, where the weather can change quickly. Strong winds, gusts up to 35 knots, and frequent rain or showers are commonplace. Crosswinds are a real problem because the winds often blow sideways onto the runways and the small island offers little shelter. Microsoft has our best interest at heart here. Following the Germany update, the island and airport have been completely redesigned. The graphics look authentic, and it's fun to fly here. For the first short test flight, we'll be using the Grumman Albatross, an amphibious flying boat from the 1940s. It's available for free in the flight simulator and, in my opinion, has a very realistic flight model. The aircraft is considered the predecessor of modern amphibious aircraft and was famous for its versatility on land, water, and even snow in special versions. Despite the Albatross's short takeoff and landing capabilities, we need the entire runway length and barely managed to take off. Today, the island has a population of around 1,300 and is a popular destination for day trips and recreation. In addition to tourism, the island plays a role as an offshore wind farm site and a nature reserve. However, it has an exciting past. Let's travel back 80 years. During World War II, Helgoland served as a strategic German naval base, primarily for U-boats operating in the North Sea and Atlantic. The island was heavily fortified as part of the Atlantic Wall, with bunkers, anti-aircraft guns, and submarine pens to protect against Allied attacks. Its position made it a key outpost for controlling maritime routes until it was heavily bombed and evacuated in 1945.
Helgoland was the key point of Germany's sea power. In World War II, it was Hitler's base for the Battle of the Atlantic. U-boat pens, gun emplacements, and underground storage tunnels are due to be blown up by thousands of tons of high explosive. They'll be fired by submarine cables and wireless transmission from the Navy ships 9 miles away. Thousand tons of bombs, depth charges, and high explosives detonate from within the island. A 12,000-foot high column of smoke goes up. From the plane, this is the air picture of the explosion. submarine pens, coast batteries, and 8.5 miles of underground tunnels are blown sky high. It's the biggest man-made explosion since the atom bomb went off at Bikini.
In 1947, the British conducted Operation Big Bang, a massive demolition on Helgoland to render the remaining bunkers and forts unusable. They detonated around 7,000 tons of explosives, which was the largest non-nuclear detonation in history. It created a mushroom cloud up to 5,000 feet high. But the island survived despite craters and destruction and was repopulated in 1952. Absolutely unbelievable. My landing attempts were more than inadequate. The strong gusts at the landing threshold were well simulated. Although the Albatross is designed for this runway length, it took me several attempts, but it was great fun. But it gets even more extreme. But let's look back at a notable incident. On March 24th, 1974, something extraordinary happened in Helgoland. During a Lufthansa training flight, the pilot performed a touch-and-go maneuver in Helgoland. The pilot was an experienced Lufthansa captain and Helgoland fan, and wanted to offer the crew something special. He approached without authorization, which led to an immediate demotion to co-pilot. Unfortunately, only 2 amateur photos from that time have survived. In the flight simulator, we have a free Boeing 737 available, a newer version but with the same flight model. Let's recreate this maneuver to see if it's possible. We'll take off in the Boeing from Frankfurt with an almost empty fuel tank and no passengers. The Boeing 737 is the most produced commercial aircraft in the world. Over 11,000 have been built since 1967. Lufthansa was the first customer and began operating it in 1970. But is the runway in Helgoland long enough? The minimum landing length for this Boeing is 4,000 feet. Our runway in Helgoland is just 1,500 feet. That'll be fun. Very little information is available about this incident, likely because Lufthansa attempted to conceal it. According to eyewitness reports, the Boeing overflew the airport several times at close altitude before beginning the unauthorized landing maneuver. Let's try the fun! We approach the runway at a very low angle. At just a few feet altitude, we fly directly over the beach, the side winds causing the Boeing to rock.
"50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 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 retard."
To be honest, I performed the approach several times and even stuck the nose in the sand a few times. Such an illegal maneuver would probably be unthinkable today, given all the aviation regulations. What about you? Have you ever flown to Helgoland Airport in your flight simulator? I hope you have as much fun as I do, and as always, have a great week and a safe landing. Thank you so much for watching.
Retard.